Thanks, Matthias. So, yeah, let's get started with the new Eventbus. Up front, a question, who has used Eventbus? Just raise your hands. Oh, wow, I'm impressed. Okay. Let's start with a little overview for those that are not so familiar with Eventbus. Usually, if you have like an Android app, it might look like this, right? Everybody is talking to somebody, but not directly. It has to go through activities. Maybe you have some helper classes. And if something happens here in the thread, you still want to update your UI. So it usually has to go all the way through the layers. You don't want to break the layers, right? So, however, with Eventbus, it's some communication paths are really short because, like, it's a central bus. So if something happens here, it can just communicate, post an event to the central bus, and everybody who's interested, like a fragment or maybe an activity or maybe both, it doesn't matter, get informed about this. So for some situations, this is a really elegant solution. Let's have a look at how this is done. So what we call a publisher is the sender of an event, or the poster. There's a post method in the Eventbus class, and you pass an event, and then it's getting delivered to all the interested parties, so the subscribers. This is done by looking at the event type. So every subscriber that is interested in a specific class or type of event will get informed. And also because it's like one-to-many communication, you can have as many subscribers as you want. So this is like the basic Eventbus thing. So why do people like it? It's very simple, but still you can do a lot with it. It's a powerful API. And also it's quite fast. So it has some, it's really optimized. I really spent some time profiling it. And also it has like threading support. So when you are in a background thread doing some network stuff, and you deliver an event, Eventbus can do the thread switching for you. So it will, like the subscriber will receive it in the main thread if he wants. So everything with the UI has to be done in the main thread, so this is some convenience for Android developers. And yeah, what started as a fun project is, yeah, it has a really big base now. So for example, WhatsApp is using it, and yeah, it just got very popular. So what's next? So the central topic of Eventbus 3 is annotations. And this is because it allows a nicer API. So usually we had like lots of registration methods, but there's like only one register method call now, because all the optional parameters go directly in the annotation. And yeah, it's a more explicit API. Before that, we had some naming conventions, like the method had to be called on event. And also, it's more flexible. Because when you register, there was something like register sticky, for example. Like all your methods were registered as sticky. But now you can do this on a per method base. So API-wise, that's quite an update. So let's look at some examples how this is like version 2 and this is like version 3. So nothing changes much. In the default case, you just add in subscribe. That's it. And if you want to deliver it on the main thread, you had this naming convention, and here there's still no naming convention. You just go with another parameter for the annotation. And also, like this time, the register sticky becomes register, and you just say sticky is equal to true. So Oops. So developing Eventbus 3 had a couple of surprises. It was not as straightforward as I thought it would be, and I'm going to talk about that a bit. The initial contribution was actually by the community. Someone from the community contributed the first annotation based, so this was already working, but there was still some road ahead. So during this presentation, you will see some performance graphs, and it will be always like the registration time. How long does it need Eventbus to register subscribers? And the critical thing is the first time registration when an app starts up, because afterward it's cached and it's super fast. But the first time registration for app starts, we want to look at that a little closer. So, like this is per second, so big is good, right? This was Eventbus 2.4. This is the Eventbus with annotations, the first initial contribution, and this is Otto. So usually Eventbus was way faster than Otto, obviously, but now it really dropped significantly. So yeah, I tweaked performance a bit. So this is the tweaked version, so it's about the same speed with Otto. So what does this mean with speed? It translates to about, if your app has like 70 classes that take 10 milliseconds. That's not so bad, right? Still not so bad. So this is like okay for most apps. But I'm really a performance guy, so I want to do it as fast as possible. So, next idea, let's make this faster and do this by putting the time spent from runtime to compile time, to build time. And this is done by annotation pre-processing or processing. And by scanning all the annotations at build time, a new class is generated, and this class stores an index of all annotations. And this way, it should be faster. So I made a prototype, and this is like the performance result, and it's way faster even than Eventbus 2.4. So I knew, okay, what's the road I'm taking? On the way, doing this was a little not so pleasant. Like, if you change your annotation processor, there's some issue with the Grail daemon, so you really have to kill it all the time. And also, like, debugging is not, it's not so nice. And also, if you get an exception in your annotation processor, it's hard to get the information sometimes. Something that is more to worry about was that not everything that was possible in Eventbus 2 was now possible with Eventbus 3. Because if you have like there's a typo. Anonymous classes are completely invisible for the annotation preprocessor. So this is a bad thing. And also, like the index class relied on the classes to be public, like subscriber and event classes must be public. So it was the question, on the one hand, is like really good performance, but it's hard to get the same convenience. So do I really want to have new limitations that everything should be public and no anonymous classes for subscribers? And I think the right solution is to go hybrid here. So whenever it's possible, Eventbus should use the index, and if it's not possible, it should fall back to reflection. So that's the thing about it. This means like the annotation processor has to detect everything that won't work during build time, right? So it knows, okay, this case is fine for indexing, and this case is fine for reflection. So, what's the current state of this all? So all unit tests are fine right now. And I think the API should be good like it is now, so I don't expect much changes. There's also like an updated documentation on GitHub. Currently, it's still in an annotation branch. It's not on master, but I think I will change that. I will merge it into master in the next couple of days. There's still some open issues, some code cleanup, and also like use it in real apps. So it's I think I did some changes even yesterday to it, some final optimizations and so on, but still, it's pretty far. So, and this is like the current, probably final solution. And I don't know if you remember the slides, but this bar got even higher up. So with some optimization, so registration with an index is now really, really fast. Oh yeah, by the way, this is like an old Nexus 1 running with Android 2.3. And you even if those values are very, very low, it's perfectly fine to use Eventbus free for older devices. This shows the same for Nexus 5, is about the same, and Nexus 9 is also about the same. But if you noticed, I go to the next slide because it will still explain stuff. So the funny thing, over the years, reflection for annotations still didn't get really faster. So this is very, very like painful. So if you compare it, if you just reflect the method and reflect the method plus the annotations, it slows down Eventbus 3 to 5 times. And this didn't change to like from the start of Android to the latest preview of Android M. So I think there's still some stuff Google can optimize here. And with index, it's like 3 times faster. And interestingly, on the Nexus 9, this ratio is even bigger. It's like almost 6 times faster. Okay. That's about it. I can just announce this is available today. So this is brand new. If you want to give it a try, I would be very happy. All you have to do is update your version to this one. And if you want to use the annotation processor, you have to have another dependency. And you don't have to use the compile type, but provide it, because this is like, it's needed only at build time, right? Yeah. If you do this, you shouldn't do this for libraries, because like this, there may be just one generated index class per app, right? So do this just in your app. If you have libraries, don't use this here. Okay, so this was my small presentation. And yeah, I guess we can take questions, Matthias? Okay, but for now, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day.